That bond that really develops between humans and animals is really something that it's hard to put into words. It goes beyond unconditional love, and we see its power daily here at work, and it's one of those things that really makes us love what we do. But at a basic level, the adoption benefits are having a companion, having someone that's ready to greet you when you come home from work or come home from being not home, and they're excited to see you. You have someone to cuddle with and share emotions with, and with kids, they're great friends and teaches responsibility. So the different benefits of having a pet are vast. There's so much research on it, from letting your pet sleep in the bed to helping it reduce anxiety and depression and things like that. So really, we're here as a resource to allow the pets to be as home and be as welcome as they possibly can be in your home. This is where cats that either have a special dietary needs or special medical needs are housed. Let's just keep a little bit of a closer eye on them, make sure things are going well. But of course, during kitten season, we are full of cats and kittens. So wherever we have room is where we keep them. We make sure to keep anyone with a dietary or medical need separate from the cats that have no such needs. But you'll see we have lots of kittens up here, lots of cats, and we're encouraging anyone who's thought about adopting a cat to come see us, because there's a lot coming into the shelter right now with it being so warm this year. Our typical stay for an animal averages around 22 days. We see that vary. Of course, things like puppies and smaller breeds go much faster. Other breeds stay a lot longer, and it just really kind of depends on who's coming into the shelter, things like that. We don't really see much variation between time of year. The only thing that we see, in terms of a seasonal thing, of course, is the number of kittens coming into the shelter during the summer. But we have pretty steady adoption rates throughout the year. And so it's our goal just to make sure they're as comfortable as they can be when they're here, and that we get them out as quickly as possible. I will take you into our cat area. This is our kitty corner / kitty city. Yes, we have named it. And so we actually have 2 rooms for cats. We have a cageless cat room, which is great that's for adult cats. We keep anywhere from 10 to 12 or so cats. And of course, they do have to be healthy cats, non-aggressive. They do great with, they can share food, that sort of thing. But we're able to keep them in an environment that doesn't involve a kennel, which is really much of a stress-free environment, and increases adoption rates, because when you go in to see the cats, you get to engage with all of them, at one time. We also have Kitty City, which is a large room of cat condos, and that's going to be for kittens or cats that have not graduated yet to the cat room, things like that. This is our Kitty City. So as you can see, we have a lot of cat condos here. They're similar to the ones up front. They're portalized, which means the cats can go into their little bathroom area and then back into their home, which makes it more of a stressless environment for them. So we have lots of kitties. As you can see, Frances is down there playing with her toys. We let them have toys, enrichment. We have this room actually, of course, can be closed off, and we can pull them out and play with them. So we have a lot of cat engagement volunteers and cat enrichment volunteers. Frances, what are you doing? Chorizo. And another key element to remember when you're adopting from the Humane Society of Charlotte, not only is adoption a huge portion of what we do, but spay and neuter is a huge portion of what we do. And we're very much advocates for spay and neuter, and that it keeps pets healthy, keeps unwanted litters. Essentially our goal is to put ourselves out of business. The idea is that we would love to have every animal adopted, every animal spay and neutered. That would make us nothing more happy. And so every animal that you adopt from the Humane Society of Charlotte is spayed or neutered. They've also received a full round of vaccinations, and they've been microchipped. Without vaccinations, they can get sick, and they can spread disease very easily, very quickly. And so our goal, actually, at the Humane Society of Charlotte is to work with the city, and this is a direct partnership with our CMPD Animal Care and Control, that we humanely trap, neuter, and release, or TNR, feral cats in the community, and we actually have asked the community to help us. They're actually welcome to trap themselves. They can come in and get traps from us, and then bring them to us, and we'll spay or neuter them for $20. And we also have a team here in-house that traps, neuters, and returns cats as well. And that's her entire job, is that she's working on that. And so what we're doing is we're taking these cats, we're spaying and neutering, and then we're taking them back to their home, where they have a reliable food source, where they have a lot of times have caretakers. But we're preventing them from having litter after litter after litter of kittens, or getting sick from something we could have easily vaccinated them against. And so the quote-unquote nuisance of feral cats goes away because they're not reproducing. And then the colonies themselves, they grow smaller over time through natural attrition. That's nothing that we have to do. And we're keeping the cats out of the county shelters and dropping euthanasia rates, for that matter, with the county shelters, so that the cats that come in, they can't be adopted out because they might be feral. So we've taken care of that problem. We also have another program that has recently just launched called Working Cats. And if anyone's familiar with the idea of a barn cat, so having a cat that works in your barn, catches mice, reduces vermin, things like that, we kind of have started the same program. So there is a unique group of cats that maybe have come in through the county shelters. They escaped or slipped through the community cats initiative, and so they're feral. They've been spayed or neutered, microchipped, vaccinated, just like, but they can't be adopted out. What do we do with them? And unfortunately, the way the law is written, our county and municipal shelters don't have the same privilege to return them to their home as we do. So we've created this Working Cats program where business owners, brewery owners, warehouse owners, things like that, they can come adopt a cat for free, and the cat works for them. And this with the understanding that this is probably not going to be like a snuggle on the couch kind of cat, but they are required to provide them with shelter, food and water daily, of course, treat them like a pet, but with the understanding that they're there to work. And we've actually had 4 adoptions in our Working Cat program, and so that's kind of helping that last gap of cats that is going into the county shelters, but it can't be adopted out. So one more way we're reducing cat euthanasia rates.
Hi, I'm Shelley Moore, and I'm the President and CEO of the Humane Society of Charlotte. The Humane Society of Charlotte's been around 40 years. We're celebrating our 40th anniversary this year, and we were founded in 1978 with really 2 main goals. It was prevention of pet overpopulation through spay-neuter and the adoption of unwanted and homeless pets here in the Charlotte community. So the Humane Society of Charlotte opened its first shelter in 1978, and this is our 3rd location here on Toomey Avenue. So the first shelter was a small house on Commonwealth Avenue. We operated out of there for a year in the late 70s, and then also operated for a number of years off of Old Pineville Road until moving here in 1990. We also opened the first high-volume, high-quality spay-neuter, low-cost spay-neuter clinic in the Southeast in 1982. And since then, we have spayed or neutered hundreds of thousands of animals. Things have really changed in the past 4 decades in Charlotte for animals, where our work used to always be focused on that placement of animals because so many animals were ending up in shelters. In fact, in the early 90s, over 20,000 animals were coming into our city shelter here. So we've seen a dramatic shift in animal populations and shelter intake. And last year, less than 10,000 animals entered the shelter. So we've really made a lot of headway with prevention and spay-neuter and reducing the number of homeless and unwanted pets through spay-neuter. I think also with the influx of social media, people are rehoming their own pets. They're finding lost pets and reuniting them with their owners. So that means those animals aren't entering shelters, which is great. So our work is focused mostly on what the community needs most. And it really is access to resources to help keep pets in their homes. So we have our low-cost spay-neuter clinic. We also do affordable wellness once a week where people can come in without an appointment and get low-cost vaccines or diagnostic tests or microchips for their pets. And we do that for 4 hours a week, every Wednesday. And we see an average of over 100 clients in those 4 hours. So we know that need is out there, and that will be part of our future too, expanding those services to reach the community and really meet the need with affordable and accessible veterinary care.
We offer so many more opportunities to get involved other than just adopting, and it's okay if you're not ready to adopt. You can come here and you can do some great work with us. So we have volunteer opportunities, everything from being a social media volunteer that works with me to working in the kennels with the dogs or walking dogs, things like that. Being a cat enrichment volunteer, you're playing with cats and giving them time with humans. So you can always volunteer. We always need donations. In-kind donation, things like cat litter, towels, paper towels, food, always a huge thing. So donations are always wonderfully helpful. Of course, we are 100% run on donations as well. So the community is an integral part of our success in that regard. And then finally, you can actually be involved by getting resources and receiving resources from the Humane Society of Charlotte. We recognize that the love of a pet and the love between you doesn't always reflect your ability to do things for them. And sometimes people hit times when they need a little extra help. So we have things like our pet food bank available, our iBuild program that helps build fences for dogs to help release them from a life on tether. And so many opportunities that people reach out to us, and I don't think the community realizes that we're able to help in as many ways as we are. So we always encourage people to visit our website or give us a call, and if they ever need help or assistance with anything, we'll do our best to help them, and if we can't help them, we'll find someone who can.